Tokyo station, rain tapping softly against the platform roof. The departure board changed, last train departed. I laugh quietly, mostly at myself. Another late night, another missed chance. The station emptied faster than expected. Business suits disappeared, umbrellas folded, footsteps echoed then faded. The city never really sleeps, but train stations know exactly when a chapter ends. I check my phone, no battery, no destination, no plan, just the sound of rain filling every silence. Outside, neon lights shimmered across wet pavement, the kind of night that looked like it belonged in someone else's memory, not mine. Sometimes the wrong turn is simply a better story waiting to happen. The last train was gone, so the night began instead. The last train was gone, leaving me between goodbye and somewhere new. The last train was gone, maybe missing it was exactly what I needed. I started walking without thinking, past vending machines still glowing, tiny ramen shops still open. The smell of rain mixed with coffee and warm streets. Tokyo felt alive in a quiet way, like it understood loneliness without asking questions. I crossed an empty intersection and looked up at buildings covered in reflections. Every window holding another story, every light belonging to someone still awake, just like me. People always say life changes in big moments, but sometimes everything begins with something small. A delayed train, a dead phone, a rainy street, one unexpected night. Thunder rolled somewhere far away. The traffic lights changed, even though nobody crossed. The last train was gone, a timetable. Still raining, still walking. Still falling. Outside a small convenience store, you looked at me and smiled. Are you lost? I almost laughed, not because the question was funny, but because I honestly didn't know how to answer it. Was I lost in Tokyo? Maybe was I lost in life? Probably. You held two hot coffees, one in each hand, without asking. You offered me one like we'd already known each other for years. Some people simple question became the beginning of everything. We stood under the awning, watching umbrellas float through the streets like tiny boats floating across an ocean of lies. You told me you couldn't sleep the night before a big goodbye. Tomorrow morning you were leaving Tokyo for a city you never seen, a future you hadn't chosen, but hope would choose you. I nodded like I understood, because maybe I did. Sometimes the hardest journey isn't arriving, it's leaving behind a place that once felt like home. Funny how life introduces people without warning. No grand entrance, no dramatic music, just two strangers sheltering from rain, while the whole city keeps moving around them. The coffee began to cool, the rain didn't. You asked if I was lost, I never answered, because somehow walking beside you already felt like the answer. The rain continued, so did we. A quiet 24-hour store, the automatic doors opened softly. You grabbed instant coffee and a strawberry sandwich, saying this is the real Tokyo midnight dinner. I smiled because somehow that sounded better than any expensive restaurant. We wandered through the aisles, reading labels neither of us could fully understand, laughing at translations that made no sense. For a little while, the world forgot to be heavy. It became just fluorescent lights, warm coffee, and two people who didn't need to pretend. Sometimes the smallest places hold the biggest memories. Coffee from the convenience store, never tasted this warm before. Coffee from the convenience store turns strangers and stories. Coffee from the convenience store. I wish time could stay open 24 hours like this place. You told me about your childhood, growing up near the ocean, how every summer you believed the horizon was the edge of the world. I told you about chasing dreams that kept changing every year. Neither of us tried to impress the other, we simply told the truth. Maybe honesty is easier when tomorrow already has an ending waiting. Yeah, people usually wear masks around strangers, but sometimes knowing you'll never see someone again makes honesty feel safer than pretending. The cashier smiled politely as if he'd seen 1,000 stories like iced coffee from the convenience store. The cheapest drink became the richest memory. Rain reflected the store lights. Shibuya, rain shining like glass. The crossing was almost empty. A rare moment when Tokyo finally breathed. We walked slowly without deciding where to go. Maybe the destination didn't matter. You pointed toward the skyline and whispered, I always thought big cities would make me feel less alone. I looked at thousands of glowing windows and quietly said, they don't. You smiled like someone who already knew the answer. Cities can't fix loneliness. People can sometimes. Tokyo doesn't feel so lonely tonight. Not while you're walking beside me. Tokyo doesn't feel so lonely tonight. The rain sounds softer with your voice. Tokyo doesn't feel so lonely tonight. Maybe home isn't a place. Maybe it's a person. We stopped on a bridge, watching trains rush beneath us, each one carrying people back to lives waiting somewhere. I wondered how many stories passed beneath our feet, how many people were holding on to someone who didn't know how much they would miss the rain collected on the railing. Tiny mirrors reflecting the city lights, just like my thoughts reflected you. Maybe loneliness isn't about being alone. Maybe it's having too much to say and nobody who understands until one night someone does. The wind carried the smell of rain and ramen, 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 ramen. Tokyo doesn't feel so lonely tonight. Maybe because for the first time, neither do I. Two 2:31 a.m. The signal turned green. Hundreds of people crossed together, each one heading somewhere different. Some were laughing, some looked tired, some stared at their phones, completely unaware that two strangers were quietly creating a memory neither of them would ever forget. You reached out from my sleeve to keep us from getting separated. It lasted only a second, but somehow that second stayed longer than the entire crossing. Sometimes the smallest touch leaves the deepest mark. Crossing Shibuya together felt like time stood still. Crossing Shibuya together among thousands, it was only you and me. Crossing Shibuya together, maybe destiny looks ordinary until years later. We found a rooftop cafe, still open, looking down at the city from above. The rain had finally become mist, the neon lights blurred into colors. Neither of us wanted to leave because we both knew morning was already getting closer. You asked me, what do you think we'll remember about tonight? I looked at the city, then at you, and quietly said everything. Life rarely tells you when you're living one of memories you'll carry forever. It only lets you know. Years later, when a song, a city, or the sound of rain brings it all back, the first hint of silence arrived between us, not awkward, just peaceful. Crossing Shibuya together. Crossing Shibuya together. to video glowed, Tokyo glowed. The story had only begun. 3:24 a.m. Tokyo Tower. The rain had finally stopped. Only the city still shimmered below us. We stood together without speaking, looking over millions of lights. Every apartment, every office, every tiny window, holding another story, another dream, another goodbye. You leaned against the glass and quietly asked, do you think people down there know they're living the memories they'll miss someday? I looked at the endless city, then back at you and realized neither of us was really talking about Tokyo. We were talking about tonight. Some nights become memories before they even end. The view from Tokyo Tower made the whole world feel smaller. The view from Tokyo Tower made this moment feel forever. The view from Tokyo Tower, I wish the sunrise would forget how to arrive. Yeah, you pointed toward the airport lights, barely visible beyond the skyline, and whisper, that's where I'll be in a few hours. I wanted to say don't go, instead I simply nodded, because sometimes love begins knowing it cannot stay. The wind carried your hair across your face. You smiled without looking at me, as if you already knew everything I couldn't say. Some connections don't ask for forever, they ask for honesty, for one perfect night without pretending tomorrow doesn't exist. The city sparkled like stars falling upward. The view from Tokyo Tower, I'll remember long after. The view, I forget the streets that brought us here. 3:24 a.m. Neither of us wanted to leave. Small riverside street, only footsteps. We walk without checking our phones without looking at the time. Somehow hours disappeared like rain, drying quietly on warm pavement. You laughed at something I can't even remember, but I remember the sound more clearly than any song I've ever loved. Funny how memories keep feelings but forget the details. The best nights never follow a schedule. We forgot about time until time remembered us. We forgot about time, and suddenly morning was closer than midnight. We forgot about time, maybe happiness always tiny bridge over a quiet canal. The reflections look brighter than the stars. You told me about your father, how he always believed every journey changes someone, even the short ones. I smile because you already had, without realizing, changed me completely. Life measures time in hours, the heart measures it in moments. One conversation can outweigh 100 ordinary days. The sky turns slightly lighter. We forgot about time because for one night we forgot about us. The city stayed quiet. For 47 a.m. Rainwater still glowing across the streets. The neon signs, painted colors across your face. Pink, blue, purple, gold. Every reflection looked different, but your eyes stayed exactly the same. Calm, honest, beautiful. You noticed me staring and laughed. Is something wrong? I shook my head, no, everything feels right. Sometimes one look says everything. Neon reflections in your eyes, brighter than the whole skyline. Neon reflections in your eyes. The city disappeared around us. Neon reflections in your eyes. The only lights I wanted to remember. You admitted you were scared about tomorrow, a new country, new people, new language, a completely different life. I admitted I was scared too, not because you were leaving, but because I already knew I'd miss someone who had only existed in my life for a few hours. Maybe love isn't measured by years, maybe it's measured by honesty, by how deeply someone can understand you in such a little time. The wind moved softly through the street. Neon reflections in your eyes. Neon reflections in your eyes. Neon reflections in your eyes. I'll still see them years from now, whenever it rains. Tokyo still glowing. 5:21 a.m. High above Tokyo, the roads never stop moving. We parked at a quiet overlook, watching headlights flow beneath us like rivers of white and red. Every car heading somewhere, every driver carrying a different story. You asked if you could stay in one moment forever. Which one would you choose? I looked at the sunrise beginning behind the skyline and quietly answered this one. Some answers only exist when the heart stops hiding. Somewhere above the expressway, the city felt infinite. Somewhere above the expressway, two strangers stopped feeling like strangers. Somewhere above the expressway, I realized goodbyes can be beautiful too. The first bird started singing, the traffic became louder. Morning was arriving, whether we wanted it or not. Neither of us mentioned goodbye, because saying it would make it real. Instead, we simply watched the city wake up together. The hardest endings aren't loud, they're quiet. Two people looking at the same sunrise, knowing it's almost over. Only 1 hour left. (6:02 AM) Tokyo began to glow. Morning arrived too gently, like it didn't know it was ending. Something beautiful, the streets filled with people, coffee shops open, trains returned. Life continued exactly as it always had, only we knew the night was disappearing. You smiled a little differently, the kind of smile people wear when they're trying not to cry. The sunrise never asks if you're ready. The sunrise we didn't want still found us anyway. The sunrise we didn't want turn memories into forever. The sunrise we didn't want, but maybe needed more than we knew. Yeah, we walked toward the station, more slowly than necessary, trying to steal a few extra minutes from time. You reached into your pocket, handed me a small train ticket from yesterday. Keep it, you whispered, so you don't forget this city or me. I closed my hand around it like it was the most valuable thing I'd ever owned. Yeah. Some people enter your life to stay, others arrive to remind you that love can still exist, even if it only lasts one night. The first train pulled into the station. The sunrise we didn't want couldn't stop us from smiling, because some nights are worth a lifetime. Six to 4 AM, tomorrow would begin, but tonight would never end. Inside my heart, K23 boarding in 30 minutes. Neither of us wanted to look at the clock. The airport was strangely quiet. People walk with sleepy eyes, pulling suitcases toward different futures. Announcements echoed across the ceiling in languages I barely understood, but somehow goodbye always sounds the same. No matter where you are, you wrapped both hands around a paper cup, trying to warm them. I wonder if you were cold or simply trying to hold on to something before letting go. The hardest words are usually the quietest. Gate 23, one boarding pass between us and forever. Gate 23, the place where strangers became a memory. Gate 23, I wanted time to miss one more flight. You asked if we had met a year earlier. Do you think things would have been different? I smiled because every answer would have hurt too much. Instead, I looked through the glass at airplanes, waiting patiently like they knew. People leave every day, but hearts take much longer to catch up. You laughed softly when I admitted I still didn't know your favorite song. You said maybe that's why tonight feels real. We never had time to become ordinary. Some people stay forever, some stay for one night, but leave behind enough memories to last a lifetime. Maybe love was never measured by time, maybe it's measured by truth. Final boarding call, nobody moved. Gate 23, the world kept moving, but my heart stayed exactly where you were. "7:14 a.m. One last smile." "7:28 a.m. The departure board changed on time. You looked at the runway like someone trying to memorize a goodbye without crying. I asked, what if we meet again? You smiled, the kind that hides 1,000 emotions, and quietly said, maybe in another city. Maybe Paris, maybe Seoul, maybe New York, maybe somewhere neither of us has ever been. Maybe the world is smaller than we think. Hope sometimes looks like a question without an answer. Maybe in another city we'll finish this conversation. Maybe in another city we'll have one more drive, one more coffee, one more sunrise. Maybe in another city our timing will finally be right. Yeah, you handed me a small postcard of Tokyo Tower. On the back, only one sentence: if you ever come back, look up. I folded it carefully inside my wallet, knowing paper can carry more weight than stone when memories are attached. Life rarely gives second chances, but hope always leaves a small window unlocked, just enough for tomorrow to surprise us. The first passengers walk toward the gate. Maybe in another city will become the story that finally gets a second chapter. 7:38 a.m. The line started moving. "7:46 a.m. Almost time. You stood right in front of me. Neither of us knew how to end a night that had become too important for simple words. I thought about saying I'll miss you. Instead I said thank you, because sometimes gratitude carries more love than goodbye ever could. Not every feeling needs a perfect sentence. Thank you for tonight, for every street, every laugh, every quiet moment. Thank you for tonight, for reminding me that beautiful things still happen unexpectedly. Thank you for tonight. I'll carry Tokyo wherever I go. Yeah, you hugged me without warning. Not too long, not too short, just enough to make the whole world disappear for a heartbeat. When you stepped back, your eyes said everything your lips couldn't. I realize some people change your life without ever becoming part of it. Love isn't always about staying. Sometimes it's about meeting exactly when someone needs to believe again. The loudspeaker called your flight number. Thank you for tonight. If this is all we ever have, it was enough. 7:50 a.m.